guys, it's Prince Rich, your host for the VOIP Awards. Before we get into this video and what this subject is, for those of you who are watching this and you're wondering what is the VOIP Awards, the VOIP Awards is an annual YouTube premiere event that we do, hosted by Rich Technology Group, also sponsored by VoIP Supply. I got that right, didn't I, Mary?
You did.
Sponsored by VoIP Supply to recognize industry leaders in phone system services, things such as best customer service, VoIP service provider of the year, best headset, and the list goes on. So, for those of you who would like to watch the event for this year in 2021 is going to be on February the 24th. Please visit voipawards.com for details. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce my special guest, Mary Cheney, Marketing Manager at VOIP Supply. What she's going to do here today is she is going to answer who she thinks is going to win the awards this year. So, before we get into the questions, Mary, first of all, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Prince. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm
So,
so excited to be here.
awesome, awesome. Before we get into the questions and I ask you, because you're an industry leader, you work around, all the different carriers, the different manufacturers. So you guys, kind of like us, know a lot about what's going on, who's hot, who's not, and all that kind of stuff. Before we get into that, can you just tell the audience what your role is as marketing manager at VoIP Supply and just briefly what you guys do at VoIP Supply?
Sure. Yeah. So I've been with the company for a little over 5 years now, managing the marketing team. I have an awesome team. We've worked together for 5 years, so that's been great. And then all of our colleagues here, our sales team, we like to call them our solutions consultants because some of them have been here since the beginning of the company, so they're really well versed in everything that you need for VoIP. Um, and what does VoIP do? We do sell everything that you would need for VoIP, from the hosted service to the hardware, web cameras, you name it, we sell it. We also handle provisioning services for customers and resellers. So you name it, we do it.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that brief explanation. For those of you who are watching who have frequented my YouTube channel, because again, this is a Rich Technology Group hosted event, so you've probably been to the Rich Technology Group YouTube channel. Whenever you see us doing these reviews on IP phones and all that, this is the wonderful person at VoIP Supply that sends us all of those things to do reviews for you guys, so you know what phones and what hardware and accessories are hot and what's not, and what may be good for your business. So, without further ado, let's jump right into this. Oh, before we jump into this, for those of you who are wondering what all this shiny, wonderful stuff is, this is actually the Best in Class award that we give out each year. This is actually given out to multiple carriers for multiple categories that, show specific excellence in particular categories of whatever it is that they're doing, which we're going to go over here shortly. And then this is actually the Service Provider of the Year award, and this is only given out to one provider each year. So again, we're going to use our buddy here, Mary, and we're going to ask her for her expertise and who she thinks is going to win on the different categories, starting with Best in Class and then finally ending with VoIP Service Provider of the Year. So that being said, Mary, for the first category, Best Call Center Service, the nominees are TalkDesk, Nice in Contact, and Five9. Who do you think may win this year and why?
I feel like I'm in such a hot seat here, but this is so exciting. I think I'm gonna go with Five9. I just think that they have a really awesome platform. Everything that they do is super user friendly, and they just have a great presence too.
Cool, cool, cool. I can't say I blame you there. We've actually worked with Five9 quite a bit, and we like them as well. They've got some pretty advanced AI, so that's a good pick. So moving on to the next one. Best value service, meaning the service provider that, I want to be clear for the viewers watching, we don't mean cheap, because cheap is not a great word in the VoIP space. Everybody knows that in tech. We mean offers really good features in a really good package for a reasonable or for sometimes an unbeatable price. So the nominees for best value service are OnSip, Grasshopper, and Vonage. Mary, who do you think may win this year?
I am gonna go with OnSep. I
Okay.
think that they offer a lot of great value and another great company. Very awesome people at that company too. So I'm gonna go with OnSep.
Yeah, and they've got great technical support and customer service and support too. They're one of the few carriers that we work with that actually has all US based tech support. One of the very few. All right,
Yeah.
so moving on. Most feature rich service. I don't think I need to really get into this one. It's the one that tends to have the most features for, per seat or per extension or for the bundle. The nominees for most feature rich service is Nextiva, Vonage, and Ring Central. Who do you think will take that trophy home and why?
This is a tough one because I think all the players here are making strides to really give people everything that they need, all the integrations that they need. But I think the leader in this, as of right now, I'm going to have to go with Ring Central on this one.
Okay. Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, this is you are correct. This is a difficult one because, with everything that happened in 2020, with people having to social distance and work from home and mobile apps and desktop apps and all that becoming a more needed tool. It was always a useful tool, but a much more needed tool because of events in 2020. We've seen all three of these carriers, Nextiva, Vonage, and Ring Central, make major upgrades to their mobile apps and whatnot. So this will be an interesting one to see who actually wins at the end of
Yeah, I
February.
agree. I agree. This is an exciting category because, like you said, with everything that happened this past year, it's really accelerated the technology, which is great. I think it's going to be awesome, but I don't think the others will be far behind.
Yeah, yeah, I agree there. I agree there. All right, moving to the next category, which is pretty self explanatory, but a very much needed and sought after, I guess you could say, perk with any carrier that somebody's trying to adopt for their new phone system. Best customer service nominees are OnSip, Nextiva, and TalkDesk. Who do you think will win and why?
As you said, this is a big one, especially with phone systems. Um, oh, I think right now I would have to say Nextiva does an outstanding job with customer support. But I do think that the others are right there. They're obviously in this category for a reason. But I think Nextiva does an awesome job.
Cool, cool. Yeah, that's a tough one because, like you said, all of them have pretty excellent support, but that's a tough one, and we will have to see who wins that one come end of February. All right. So next up, and this is you guys' wheelhouse here. So this one, I'm expecting you to just hit this one right on the head, to hit the nail right on the head, no question. For best IP phone for 2020 or for the 2021 VoIP Awards, best IP phone. The nominees are the Yealink T54W, which we actually use personally. I use that. The Fanville X5U, the Polycom VVX250, the Grandstream GXP 2170, or the Yealink W60P, which, by the way, for those of you watching, that's a cordless phone. That is the only cordless phone in this lineup.
Whew. So all great manufacturers, all obviously in this category for a reason. They are awesome phones. But I'm gonna have to. I'll take a guess that the VVX 250 is probably gonna win this category. But like I said, I think the others are close runner ups.
Okay, okay. Just so you know, obviously I know which one is the winner, but I'm a Yealink snob. But at the same time, it doesn't have to do with what I think. It's pulled from data of what we found clients and contacts prefer. So I think I think I think that's a good pick, but we shall see. But you know me,
Yeah,
if I
we
had
shall
my way, it'd be the Yealink T54W. But obviously the date, it's not up to me, it's up to the data.
see.
So okay. So moving on to the next category for best VoIP headset. The nominees are the Discover Adapt 30, which is actually from Headset Advisor, and the Leitner LH270 and the Leitner LH255, which are from headsets.com. Which do you think and why?
Oh, um, I'll go with the LH270.
Okay, okay. That's a really good one. And that one, we actually did a video on that one recently called what did we call it? We called it the headset with the best noise cancellation because we actually did some noise cancellation tests internally. And while that headset I wouldn't say is the best headset that I personally own from the noise cancellation standpoint, it's pretty legendary. But
And we all know we need that these days
yeah,
between dog barking and kids
kids
talking.
running in and all kinds of other stuff, and
Surprise!
I even get people at my door trying to sell me stuff and everything. So you can never have a good enough headset with noise cancellation. So okay, so
I agree.
your vote is on the Leitner LH270. All right,
That's my vote.
fair enough. All right, here we are, folks, for the final one for VoIP Service Provider of the Year. The nominees are Ring Central, OnSip, Vonage, TalkDesk, and Nextiva. Mary, who do you think is going to take home the big one?
Oh goodness. Let me see. I gotta say I think Nextiva will take this home. That's my
Okay,
guess.
okay,
That is my guess.
they're a good company. We work with them daily, so I can't. We work with most all of these folks daily and weekly, but I can't say that's a bad pick. I can't say that's a bad guess. Um, all right. Well, that wraps it up. Mary, I really want to thank you for being here today and having a little fun with us to kind of play the guessing game of who we think is going to take the trophies home this year.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to work with you and do this fun stuff with you, and I look forward to doing more. And yeah, best of luck to all the companies in these categories. I'm really excited to find out who wins.
Yeah, we
I'll
are
be
too.
watching.
Yay. We are too. So, for those of you who are watching, again, if you want to find out when this event is, just go to VOIPawards.com. Again, that's VOIPawards.com. Hit the events page, and you'll be able to see the countdown to the event, which is on February the 24th, 2021. You'll also be able to see what time it will be in your specific time zone in the United States. Of course, international viewers are all welcome to watch as well. This will be a nationwide, worldwide event. The video will also remain on our YouTube channel forever, so you'll be able to go watch it. And of course, we're going to do this event every single year. So thanks again for watching, and we hope to see each and all of you at the event.